You haven't heard much about the red-hot housing market lately. It was fun to talk about when real estate was booming. Everything was going up. Now, not so much. According to Zillow, the typical U.S. home value now stands at $357,000. That's down $366. It's the first time the raw home value index has gone down since 2012, when they first started keeping track of it. Although for the year, you're still doing okay, up 16%. But look out below, literally, mortgage rates continue to rise. Jeff Tucker is here, head economist at Zillow. Are we going to look back right now and go, oh boy, that was when everybody was looking over the cliff and just about to fall down?
I don't think we'll look back on this as a cliff, but it is a watershed moment to finally actually register a tiny step down, 0.1% in the typical home value last month. That is the consequence of buyers pulling back this summer in the face of this huge affordability challenge. When you stack together the price gains and the mortgage rate increases of the last year, that pushed up the typical mortgage payment by about 60% in just 12 months. So a lot of buyers came up to the market, talked to a broker or a mortgage lender and said, wait, what can I afford? So they pumped the brakes. And
I know you like this year versus last year, monthly payment is up $728 a month on your mortgage. It's stunning when you put those two together. But I think about places like Boise, Idaho, that were red hot during the pandemic. I remember interviewing real estate agents who said, I can find you 10 minutes between showings in the evening because we're so busy writing offers. And now 68% of homes in Boise, 60% in Denver, 56% in Salt Lake, all had price cuts and are staying on the market. That's an enormous turnaround.
Sellers are absolutely having to readjust their expectations. And as you said, in a lot of cases, that means literally readjusting the price that they've listed their home for. I think a lot of those sellers came into this summer expecting that they could kind of extrapolate the trends of the last year, and they got wrong-footed. They discovered that buyers were not ready to meet them at those prices anymore. Nonetheless, once people kind of step back a bit, they're finding prices at which they can still sell a home. Nationwide, it's still taking just about 10 days for the median home to go pending after they accept an offer. That's still actually faster than before the pandemic, but it feels glacial compared to even just a few months ago.
Oh, yeah, especially when you always heard everybody was doing no contingency offers and having to offer cash and all these different things that now we're returning to normalcy. In the end here, who gets hurt by what we're seeing right now the most? Is it people who bought their homes a year or two ago and overpaid? Who's really getting crunched here?
I don't think a lot of those folks in the last couple of years will look back and think they overpaid. I think still the hardest hit folks are would-be first-time buyers who are still sitting on the sidelines thinking, okay, it's down a few $100. That doesn't help me much when mortgage rates are 2 points higher than they were. So I'd still say potential first-time buyers are suffering out there, and they are really hoping for that big break to get into home ownership.
You guys do this as well and cover it, but rents are skyrocketing as well. What ends up stopping this sort of wild rising of prices that are pricing so many people out of everything?
Yeah, renters and would-be first-time buyers are really stuck between a rock and a hard place, between rents rising at double-digit rates in the last year and that monthly mortgage payment getting further out of reach to buy a home. Fundamentally, what it's going to take is just more abundant homes, more listings on the market when you open up Zillow and see a lot of options, so you're no longer bumping into multiple offer situations on everything, or more apartments available when you go to find that next place to rent. So until we really have that kind of housing abundance, it's hard for me to see how housing gets much more affordable.
Would a recession do it as well?
A recession would knock a lot of folks out of renting. Unfortunately, it would probably mean some homeowners need to sell their homes and maybe send some folks back to living with their parents. That's a huge thing we saw back in 2010. But frankly, even in that very deep recession, we didn't see rents fall to any significant degree. Rents were kind of sticky downward. So the folks who were still out there renting their own place didn't get much of a discount. It's just that the prices stopped rising as quickly as they had been.
This is wild. Nothing ever actually repeats itself. It kind of rhymes, but you do feel as though that we're in this sort of very odd moment. And we're glad to have you talk us through it, especially people I know, in Florida who thought, everything was going to just keep going up, and it's not. It's good to see you, Jeff. Thank you.
Thanks for having me on.
All right. Thanks for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to subscribe. Click the red button to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.